Hey guys, and welcome to the Sunday Shred with me, Luke Hamilton. I've decided today to talk about, I've made some developments with the channel over the last couple of weeks. Last night I was up late working and reading a really great book by Schmoyer about YouTube channels. So I've made some big decisions in terms of the channel. I think I know what direction I want to go in now, and one of the important things for me is that I'm obviously a kind of, I don't know what you would call my mountain biking skills, but I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, I guess. I'm kind of an intermediate rider, I guess. I'm nowhere near a beginner because I've been riding for a long time. But I think a lot of what I do will go down well with beginners up to intermediate riders. So obviously the POV footage that's getting really good now is great. So if you look at my target audience is like a dartboard, yeah? Everyone on the outside of the dartboard is still very interested in my channel, but on the outside of the dartboard, they might be people that already ride a mountain bike really well and just want to get tips on destinations for where to ride and find some really good trails to ride. But if you, and you know, all ages, all around the outside, but as you hone in right in the bullseye of exactly what my channel is tailored for, is going to be, I think, people who are looking to get into mountain biking and perhaps beginners, because I really feel like I want to help with people's motivation, with any concerns people have about mountain biking. So for people who perhaps want a hobby or already got a mountain bike, or perhaps you could not have a mountain bike yet but just really want to get into it, you could have a mountain bike and be really into it but need some bits of information on how you can kind of do things better. Or you might even be a beginner rider that has a $5 mountain bike in your garage because you've got loads of money and you just don't motivate, you can't motivate to get out on it. You don't find it as enjoyable as it looks on video, YouTube channels. So I think that's where I can really help. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the future. Today I'm going to start with the 3 bits of news that I've got. The first bit of news is I've started being coached, for want of a better word, by someone else. Yeah, it's exciting news, really exciting. It's Brian Kennedy from BKXC. I decided to reach out to Brian and talk to him about his $100 Patreon. So on his Patreon account, if you've never heard of Patreon, it's like an online donation. You can set up a monthly direct debit for a channel that you really believe in, that you want to help them continue to create content so as you can keep watching. You might even look at it as like a subscription fee to watch the videos. And I spoke to him because in his $100 option, he basically talks about how you get all of these really great marketing stuff, like a little mention in his description of his videos, which is really good advertising for your own channel or whatever you want to advertise. But it's also a 30-minute call, which is what really interested me, because you can use that call. He says that you can use that call for anything you want. So I've said to him, look, I reached out to him and said, look, I want to use that 30-minute call, if possible, make it 45 minutes, and then I want to use that monthly call to talk to you about how you grew your YouTube channel and basically get some tips and run ideas by you, get advice from you. So, but it's coaching basically. And Brian, being an awesome guy, just was totally on board with it. We had our first call there the other day and it went really well. So I'm super happy with that. Yeah, so that's really the first really exciting bit of news, is that I'm now working with Brian Kennedy from BKXC to take my channel to the next level. So that's piece of news number 1. Piece of news number 2 is that I've come up with a motto for my channel. So what ties in, that was the first bit of homework that Brian gave me. So what ties in very well with what I spoke about just now, about how I want to use my channel to kind of, help people and inspire people. The first kind of stage of that really is deciding a channel motto. It's very important to have a motto for your channel, just one small sentence, very concise, that you can read and go, oh right, that's what this guy's about, that's what this channel is about, that's what I can expect to find. And my motto, Brian said, come up with a motto, and that'll help give you a kind of a calling And as soon as he said it, I thought about it. I got off the call. I went through the list of what we discussed. I looked down through. That was the one that jumped out to do first. I thought about it for like 2 minutes and it came to me. Building a better life each ride is like so exactly what I'm doing, because of the fact that what I'm trying to make better is we had a bit of an issue. If you read my about section on YouTube, you'll see that I wasn't very well. I had an episode of psychosis through stress at work. So I wasn't very well mentally. From working in the office for 2 years, I also put on a couple of stone in weight. So I'm still, I don't know if you can see, I'm still not exactly a svelte individual right now. I'm probably carrying about 2 or 3 stone, too much weight. So yeah, building a better life each ride it means that with mountain biking, I'm trying to improve my mental health, I'm trying to improve my physical health, and I'm trying to make a new career or calling in life, or something that I can do through mountain biking instead of working for the man. I'm fed up of working hard. I had a really good job and I was really appreciative for it, and it was great up until I started working in the office when stuff started going a bit wrong. But I'm fed up of working for someone else. I'm fed up of working to make someone else's dreams come true. I want to work to make my own dreams come true. So that's what mountain biking is doing for me, building a better life every ride. So if that sounds like it's your kind of thing, then the channel is absolutely for you. So that's the second piece of news. Piece of news number 3 is, if you have been watching my channel, you'll see that we started traveling 6 months ago as part of our drawing a line in the sand. We sold everything we owned. We left the UK, came across into France via the Euro Tunnel, came down through France, came into Spain, travelled to the south of Spain, which is where we are now. And then the plan was then to obviously go up through Portugal, out through the top of Portugal, across through the Pyrenees, back up through France, you know, and make it last another 6 months. But I was driving through a town called Bouillon the other day, a little village up in the Sierra Nevada mountains. I actually drove through, got my mountain bike out, and for whatever reason, maybe the heat in the car when I left it in the car overnight, or the altitude or something, but my RockShox Reverb dropper post got airlocked, and I couldn't, well, I've only got like the 125mm version and I'm tall, so I couldn't frig around with the saddle enough to be able to do quite an epic ride, which is what I was planning to do that day. So I had to call it quits. But I drove back through Bouillon and just absolutely fell in love with the place. And then subsequently got back up there for a ride. And after the ride, just 100% decided that I have to live there. So the very exciting news is that we have now rented a place in Bouillon. We move in next Sunday. I'm recording this on Sunday morning, the 9th. So yeah, the exciting news is 1 week from now, I'll be vlogging from our new house. So yeah, I hope that gives you a little bit of an insight about what the channel is about, where it's going. So yeah, that's the 3 bits of news really. The channel is still has the same goals. It has a new motto now, but the goals are still the same. I make really good trail footage, which is obviously going to be based in the south of Spain now. I will start to travel to places like the Alps, but for now I've got the whole of the Sierra Nevada to explore. Then during the summer I've got the uplift part of the Sierra Nevada, which is in ski season, probably now still, you know, starting to die off now. I've got Malaga to ride. I've got a lot of stuff to ride in the area, and then I'll start shooting off to like the Alps and stuff like that to get some really good footage from different parts of Europe. Yeah, the skill series is going to keep going. I'm still desperate to master those skills, the wheelie, the manual, all that great stuff. So that's still in place. The vlog is still here, but my motto is now that, you know, perhaps in the big dartboard of people that I'm targeting, in the bullseye is you, who, you know, struggles to get out on the mountain bike each week, who isn't sure if mountain biking is the right sport for you anymore because you don't seem to enjoy it as much as the people you see on YouTube, or you're struggling with your fitness, or, you know, you bought a really cool bike and you just can't get out enough, or, you know, or someone who just wants to get into a really good sport that doesn't involve running your kneecaps into oblivion. So yeah, thanks for watching this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be a lot more targeted next week. I'll probably speak about motivation, or perhaps start at the start getting into mountain biking. So you perhaps leave a comment or two about what you want to talk to later down the line. I'm also more than happy to talk about recovering from an episode of acute psychosis. I'm more than happy to give advice if you're someone that suffered with that. I'm more than happy to talk to you if you're a relative that's having to look after someone with psychosis, because my family looked after me while I was poorly. So yeah, any of those things, if you actually could leave some comments, if you found this vlog and you like it, if you could leave some comments about what you want to hear. Otherwise, I'll just talk about what I want to talk about next week, and it's probably going to be getting into mountain biking. But yeah, it'd be great if you could leave some comments. If you could like and subscribe, that would be perfect. Watch a few of my other videos. And yeah, that's about it for this morning. So I'll leave you with a quick pan of where I find myself today. You'll probably just be able to see the sun there. What a beautiful morning. Okay guys, I shall see you on next Sunday's vlog, but you'll see me next on Tuesday with a wheelie video. Okay, cheers now.